My mother's text came 3 days before my daughter's 7th birthday. Things are tight this year. We're going to skip Lily's party. Hope you understand. 2 hearts. I stared at those words while frosting a homemade cake, because things were tight for me too. I told myself it was fine. Family emergencies happen. Money gets complicated. Then 1 week later, I opened Instagram and saw my mother, who was too broke for a $15 gift, standing in front of a $3,000 princess party she'd thrown for my sister's daughter. Bouncy castle, professional photographer, catered lunch, designer dress. My daughter's party had been in our backyard with dollar store decorations. I didn't call, didn't scream, didn't post a passive-aggressive status. I just closed the app, made one decision, and let my family discover what life looks like when the daughter they take for granted finally stops showing up. Turns out, the woman who always hosts Thanksgiving, remembers every birthday, and smooths over every conflict was holding together a family that never once asked if she was okay. They notice her absence faster than they ever noticed her presence. You are welcome. If you are just joining us, please do well to subscribe, comment and like. Let's dive in. I should have seen it coming. That's what I told myself later anyway. The signs were always there. I just kept making excuses, kept smoothing things over, kept telling myself that family dynamics are complicated, and love doesn't always look the way you want it to. But when you're standing in your kitchen at 11 p.m., crying over a homemade birthday cake while your 7-year-old daughter sleeps upstairs, it's hard to pretend anymore. The text had come on Tuesday. I'd been planning Lily's birthday party for weeks. Nothing elaborate. We didn't have the budget for elaborate. Just a small gathering in our backyard. Hot dogs, a piñata I'd spent 3 hours making, games and cake. I'd invited my parents, my sister Emma and her family, a few of Lily's school friends. My parents had confirmed 2 weeks earlier. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Emma had said probably, which in Emma language meant if nothing better comes up. Tuesday afternoon my phone buzzed. Mom. Natasha, honey, I'm so sorry but we're going to have to skip Lily's party on Saturday. Things are really tight this month. And we just can't swing it right now. I know you understand. We'll make it up to her. Love you. 2 hearts. I stared at that message for 5 full minutes. Things are tight. Usually meant money. But my parents lived 40 minutes away. The gas cost maybe $10. And they weren't bringing a gift? I typed and deleted 3 responses before settling on. No problem. We'll miss you. Professional. Understanding. The good daughter. Emma's text came an hour later. Hey, can't make Saturday. The kids have a thing. Sorry. No explanation of what a thing was. No offer to reschedule. I didn't respond to that one. Saturday came. Lily woke up excited, wearing the special birthday dress we'd picked out together. Clearance rack at Target, but she loved it. Is Grandma coming early? She asked over breakfast. My stomach twisted. Actually, baby, Grandma's not feeling well. She can't make it today. Oh. Lily's face fell. What about Aunt Emma? She had something come up with your cousins. So they're not coming? No, sweetie. But your friends are coming. And Daddy and I are here. We're going to have so much fun. She nodded. Smiled. But something dimmed in her eyes. She was 7. But she wasn't stupid. The party itself was lovely. 8 kids running around our small backyard, shrieking with laughter. My husband Mark grilled hot dogs. I organized games. We sang happy birthday. Lily smiled through all of it. But I caught her checking the driveway twice, waiting for Grandma's car that never came. That night, after the guests left and the decorations came down, I tucked Lily into bed. Did you have fun today? I asked, brushing hair from her forehead. Yeah, it was good. Just good. She was quiet for a moment. Then, in a voice so small it cracked something inside me. They forgot me again, didn't they? What? No, baby. It's okay, Mommy. I know Grandma likes Mia and James more. It's okay. Mia and James. My sister Emma's kids. Lily, that's not true. It is though. She rolled over, facing the wall. They always come to Mia's stuff. They never come to mine. I had no answer. Because she was right. I kissed her forehead. Whispered, I love you. left her room, and cried in the hallway where she couldn't hear me. Mark found me there 20 minutes later. She knows, I whispered. She's 7 and she already knows they don't care about her the same way. Tasha. I've been making excuses for years, telling myself it's just scheduling conflicts, that they're busy, that we're too sensitive. But she sees it. She's not blind. Mark pulled me into a hug, said nothing, because what was there to say? We both knew the truth. My parents had 2 granddaughters and 1 grandson from Emma, and 1 granddaughter from me. Lily was the outlier, the one they forgot, the one who got maybe next year, while Emma's kids got everything. I'd been pretending it wasn't happening, but Lily couldn't pretend anymore, and neither could I. The following Tuesday, my phone lit up with an Instagram notification. Emma had posted. I almost didn't open it, almost ignored it and moved on with my day. But something made me click. And there it was. Nothing but the best for our princess. Crown 2 hearts. Mia's 8th birthday was magical. Thank you Mom and Dad for making this the party of her dreams. The photos loaded one by one. A massive bounce house castle themed. A dessert table with a 3-tier professional cake. Catered food on real china. A balloon arch that must have cost $500 alone. Face painters. A princess character performer. And in every photo, my parents. My mother, beaming, holding Mia's hand. My father playing games with the kids. Both of them front and center in the family photos, looking proud, looking generous, looking like doting grandparents. The party was 6 days after Lily's. 6 days after things are tight. 6 days after they couldn't afford gas money to drive 40 minutes. I scrolled through every photo. 23 in total. Not one mention of being broke. Not one hint of financial strain. Just abundance. Joy. And my parents, who'd skipped Lily's dollar store party, funding a celebration that probably cost $3,000. I sat there on my couch, phone in my trembling hand. Lily came into the room. Mommy, what's wrong? I locked my phone. Forced a smile. Nothing, baby. Just tired. But everything was wrong. Everything had been wrong for years. I just finally couldn't lie to myself anymore. I didn't confront anyone. Not that day. Not that week. I just absorbed it. Mark asked if I was okay. I said yes. He knew I was lying but didn't push. I kept seeing those photos. Not just on Instagram. They'd burned themselves into my brain. My mother's smile. My father's hands on Mia's shoulders. The sheer excess of it all, 1 week after things are tight. I tried to let it go. Tried to tell myself it didn't matter. That comparison was the thief of joy. That maybe Emma really did need more help. Then Lily came home from school on Thursday with a drawing. We had to draw our families, she explained, spreading it on the kitchen table. There was me, Mark, Lily herself, smiling in the center. And in the corner, small and separated by a visible gap, stick figures labeled Grandma and Grandpa. Why are they over there? I asked gently. Because they're not really part of our family. Not like Daddy. They're like extra people. My throat tightened. Baby, they're your grandparents. Of course they're family. But they don't come to my stuff. They only go to Mia's. Lily. It's okay, Mommy. She looked up at me with eyes far too understanding for 7 years old. Some kids don't have grandparents at all. At least I have you and Daddy. She picked up her drawing and walked away. I sat at that table for 20 minutes, staring at the gap she'd drawn between herself and my parents. A gap I'd spent years trying to bridge. A gap they'd never once tried to close. That night, after Lily was asleep, I did something I'd never done before. I went through my phone. Systematically. Methodically. Started with photos. Lily's birthdays year by year. First birthday. My parents there, but left early. Emma didn't come. Second birthday. My parents came. Brought a card with $20. Third birthday. My parents had something come up. Emma no-showed. Fourth birthday. My parents came for 30 minutes. Fifth birthday. My parents came, brought a gift bag from the clearance section. I recognized the 90% off sticker they'd forgotten to remove. Sixth birthday. My parents canceled last minute. Emma didn't respond to the invitation. 7th birthday. The one that just happened. No shows across the board. Then I looked at Emma's kids' birthdays, as documented on her very active Instagram. Every single year, my parents present. Every single year, elaborate celebrations. Every single year, my parents contributing financially. Emma tagged them in thank you posts. I made a spreadsheet. Couldn't help myself. Lily's events. 7 birthdays. Parents attended 4, left early from 2. 3 school plays. Parents attended 0. 2 dance recitals. Parents attended 0. Christmas. Hosted by me every year. They attended but brought minimal gifts for Lily. Emma's kids events. 8 birthdays for Mia. Parents attended 8. 5 birthdays for James. Parents attended 5. Countless Instagram posts. Parents featured regularly. Christmas. Expensive gifts visible in Emma's posts. The data was crushing. But I kept going. I opened my text history with my mother. Searched for keywords. Busy. 47 messages in relation to Lily's events. Can't make it. 23 messages. Next time. 31 messages. Then I searched my text history with Emma. Found a screenshot she'd accidentally sent me 6 months ago, meant for our mom. I'd ignored it at the time, told myself it was a mistake. Emma to Mom, can you watch the kids Saturday? I know it's Lily's recital but she won't notice if you're not there. I really need help. Mom to Emma, of course honey. Natasha will understand. She always does. I'd missed Lily's recital that day because I'd assumed my parents would be there to video it. They hadn't come. I'd had to work late, and Mark was out of town. Lily had performed for an empty seat where her grandparents were supposed to be, because Emma needed a babysitter. I opened my banking app. Looked at my own finances. We weren't poor, but we were careful. I budgeted everything. Lily's birthday party had cost $150, all I could reasonably spare. I opened Emma's Instagram again. Counted the visible expense in Mia's birthday photos. The venue rental alone was probably $800. The cake, $300. The entertainment, $500. Decorations, $400. Catering, $1,000. My mother, who couldn't afford $10 in gas to see Lily, had funded at least half of a $3,000 party. But it was the next thing I found that broke me. An old email. From my mother to me, from 3 years ago. I'd forgotten it existed. Subject about help. Natasha, I know you've asked a few times if we could help with Lily's preschool costs. I've been thinking about it, and honestly, you and Mark are doing so well. You have good jobs, a nice house. You don't need our help the way Emma does. Emma's struggling as a single mom. This was before Emma remarried, and we feel like our resources are better spent where they're most needed. I know you understand. You've always been so self-sufficient. We're so proud of how well you're doing on your own. Love, Mom. Translation, you're competent, so you don't deserve help. Emma's a mess, so she gets everything. My success had disqualified me from their support. And Lily was paying the price. I closed my laptop at 2 a.m., sat in the dark of my living room, and felt something I'd suppressed for years finally surface. Not sadness. Rage. Cold, clear, crystallizing rage. My parents hadn't forgotten Lily's birthday because of money. They'd chosen not to come. They'd chosen Emma's daughter's extravagant party over Lily's simple celebration. They'd been choosing for 7 years. And I'd been making excuses for them every single time. The next morning, I woke up different. Mark noticed immediately. You okay? No. But I will be. What does that mean? I poured coffee. Looked at him directly. It means I'm done pretending this is normal. Done making excuses. Done letting them hurt our daughter. What are you going to do? Nothing dramatic. I took a sip. I'm just going to stop showing up. Stop hosting. Stop calling. Stop pretending we're a priority when we've never been. They'll notice. Maybe. But I'm done waiting for them to care. I'm going to put that energy into people who actually show up for Lily. Mark studied my face, then nodded slowly. It's about time. The first test came faster than I expected. Sunday afternoon. My mother called. I almost didn't answer. But I did. Natasha. Hi, honey. Listen, I wanted to talk about Thanksgiving. Here we go. What about it? Well, what time should we come to your place? I'm making my grocery list. For 5 years, I'd hosted Thanksgiving. Cooked for 12 people. Cleaned for days before and after. Bought all the food myself. Not once had anyone offered to help pay. Not once had anyone offered to host instead. I'm not hosting Thanksgiving this year, Mom. Silence. What do you mean? I mean I'm not doing it. Someone else can host. But you always host. And this year I'm not. Natasha, this is very last minute. It's 3 weeks away. That's plenty of notice. Where are we supposed to go? Not is everything okay? Not what's wrong? Not how can I help? Just logistics. Emma has a house, I said calmly. Maybe she can host. Emma's house is too small. You have the space. You have the big dining table. Then maybe we can do a potluck somewhere neutral. Or go to a restaurant. I'm taking Lily to a Friendsgiving with some families from her school. You're what? We're doing Thanksgiving with friends this year. People who actually show up for Lily. Natasha Armstrong, what has gotten into you? The use of my full name. The tone of a parent scolding a child. I was 34 years old. Nothing's gotten into me, Mom. I'm just setting boundaries. Boundaries? Over Thanksgiving. Over a lot of things. This is ridiculous. You're being selfish. And there it was. Selfish. I'd hosted holiday after holiday, attended every event for Emma's kids, swallowed every slight against my daughter, and the first time I said no, I was selfish. Okay, Mom. If that's how you see it. Natasha. I have to go. Lily needs me. I hung up. My hands were shaking. But I didn't cry. For the first time in my life, I didn't cry. The calls started immediately. First my father. 10 minutes after I hung up with Mom. Natasha, your mother's very upset. I imagine she is. What's this about not hosting Thanksgiving? Exactly what it sounds like. I'm not hosting this year. Why not? The question hung there. Loaded. Dangerous. I could have said it. Could have listed every missed birthday, every broken promise. Every time they'd chosen Emma's kids over mine. Could have mentioned the $3,000 party 1 week after. Things are tight. But I didn't. Because I don't want to. Silence. That's not a reason. It's the only reason I need. Natasha, you're being childish. I almost laughed. Childish. Because I wouldn't cook and clean and spend hundreds of dollars for people who couldn't be bothered to show up for my daughter's birthday. Okay, Dad. Don't okay, Dad me. Family doesn't just stop showing up. You're right, I interrupted. Family doesn't. But you did. To Lily's party. So I guess we're even. That was one birthday. It was 6 years of birthdays. 3 school events. 2 recitals. And every Christmas where Lily got gift cards while Emma's kids got the toy store. He went quiet. We help where help is needed. And Lily doesn't need grandparents who show up, who remember her, who treat her like she matters. That's not what I said. But it's what you do. More silence. We'll talk when you're not being emotional. He hung up. Emotional. Another word designed to dismiss. I set my phone down and went to check on Lily. Found her in her room, playing with the small second-hand dollhouse we'd gotten her for Christmas last year. She looked up when I came in. Was Grandma mad? My stomach dropped. You heard that. A little. Are you in trouble? 7 years old, and she thought I was in trouble with my own parents. No, baby. Grown-ups just disagree sometimes. Everything's okay. She nodded, but didn't quite believe me. Mommy? Can I ask you something? Anything. Why don't Grandma and Grandpa like me as much as Mia and James? The question hit like a physical blow. Oh, Lily, they do love you. But they don't show up. You always say people show love by showing up. They show up for Mia and James. Not for me. I sat on her bed. Pulled her into my lap. You're right. And I'm sorry. I've been making excuses for them, and that wasn't fair to you. It's okay. I know I'm not as fun as Mia. Stop. You are extraordinary. You're kind and creative and brilliant. If they can't see that, that's their loss. Not your fault. She snuggled into me. Do you think they'll ever see it? I don't know, baby. But I'm going to make sure you're surrounded by people who already do. That night, I couldn't sleep again. I kept thinking about patterns. About how long I'd been the family's shock absorber. The one who bent, who accommodated, who made everything smooth. I opened my laptop and did something masochistic. I went through every family event for the past 5 years. Documented who attended what. Who brought gifts. Who showed up. Emma's daughter Mia's events, ages 3 to 8. 5 birthday parties. Parents attended all 5, brought elaborate gifts. Dance recital. Parents attended, brought flowers. School play. Parents attended, took her to dinner after. Soccer games. Parents attended multiple games per season. Emma's son James's events, ages 2 to 5. 3 birthday parties. Parents attended all 3. Preschool graduation. Parents attended, brought balloons. First t-ball game. Parents attended with signs. Lily's events, ages 2 to 7. 7 birthday parties. Parents attended for, all briefly, gifts mostly gift cards. 1 dance recital. Parents missed. 2 school plays. Parents missed both. Piano recital. Parents said they'd come, canceled day of. Science fair where she won 2nd place. Parents didn't know it existed. The disparity wasn't subtle. It was systematic. I found something else in my email archives. A thread from 2 years ago. I'd sent a mass email about Lily's first piano recital. Excited. Proud. My daughter was going to perform. Emma had responded to the group. Can't make it. Mia has soccer practice. My mother's response 30 minutes later. We'll try to make it, honey. They hadn't tried. But I'd found an Instagram post from that same day. My parents at Mia's soccer practice. Posted in real time. My mother's caption. Wouldn't miss this for the world. Soccer ball red heart. They'd chosen a regular season soccer practice over Lily's first recital. And I'd said nothing. Just smiled and told Lily that Grandma and Grandpa had gotten stuck in traffic. I'd been lying to my daughter to protect my parents' image. I made a decision at 3 a.m. I wasn't going to confront them. Wasn't going to send angry texts or demand explanations. I was just going to stop. Stop hosting. Stop inviting. Stop calling. Stop doing the emotional labor that held this family together. And I was going to see how long it took them to notice. The next morning, I blocked out my calendar. Removed Thanksgiving from my planning list. Deleted the Christmas menu I'd been working on. Canceled the family group chat notifications. Then I did something radical. I joined a local moms group. Started making plans with families who actually showed up for their kids. And for each other. Signed Lily up for a holiday craft workshop with new friends. Booked us tickets to see the Nutcracker. Just the 3 of us. Started building a holiday season that didn't depend on people who'd proven they didn't value us. Mark watched me work. You're really doing this. I really am. How do you feel? I thought about it. Lighter. Like I've been carrying something heavy for years and just set it down. Your mom's going to call again. Probably. And I'll answer when I'm ready. If I'm ready. 3 days passed. My phone stayed quiet except for one text from Emma. Emma, Mom says you're being difficult about Thanksgiving. Seriously? I didn't respond. Another text an hour later. Emma, I can't host. My house is too small, and I'm not cooking for everyone. You need to get over whatever this is. Still didn't respond. A third text that night. Emma, you're being so dramatic. It was one birthday party. Grow up. I stared at that message for a long time. One birthday party. She really believed that. She'd been at the $3,000 party my parents threw for her daughter. A party that happened 1 week after they claimed poverty to skip Lily's. And she thought this was about one party. I typed a response. Deleted it. Typed another. Deleted that too. Finally settled on. Me, you're right. It was one party. And 6 years of other things you didn't notice because they didn't affect you. I sent it before I could overthink. Her response came in seconds. Emma, what is that supposed to mean? I turned off my phone. Let her wonder. That weekend, Lily had a playdate with a new friend from school, Sophie, whose mother Jennifer had been warm and welcoming since we'd met at the craft workshop sign-up. Jennifer invited us to stay for dinner. It's just spaghetti, nothing fancy, but we'd love to have you. We stayed. It was simple, easy, the kind of evening where kids played and adults talked and no one kept score of who contributed what or who owed whom. At one point, Jennifer asked, "Are you doing anything for Thanksgiving?" "We're going to a Friendsgiving," I said. "First time skipping family stuff." She nodded knowingly. Sometimes the family you choose is healthier than the family you're born with. I'm learning that. As we were leaving, Sophie hugged Lily. "Can we do this again?" Lily's face lit up. "Really? Of course. You're fun." In the car on the way home, Lily was quiet. Then, "Mommy?" Sophie said, "I'm fun." "You are fun, baby." Mia's mommy says Mia is fun. That's why Grandma likes going to her stuff. Because she's fun. My hands tightened on the steering wheel. "Lily, listen to me. You are not the problem. You have never been the problem. Grandma and Grandpa, they're making choices that hurt you. That's on them, not you." "But if I was more fun?" "You are perfect exactly as you are. And anyone who doesn't see that doesn't deserve your worry." She was quiet for another moment. Then, "Sophie thinks I'm fun." Sophie's right. She smiled out the window. And I realized. My daughter was starting to find people who saw her value. Maybe it was time I did the same. Thanksgiving was in 2 weeks. My phone stayed mostly silent. Then 10 days before the holiday, my mother called. I let it ring 4 times before answering. "Natasha." Her voice was tight, controlled. "We need to finalize plans." "For what?" "For Thanksgiving. Obviously." "I told you, I'm not hosting." "Yes, and I'm telling you that's unacceptable. Emma can't host. Your father and I are too old to manage that kind of cooking." "You're 58, Mom. Not 80. And we've always done it at your house. You have the space, you have the table. This is what we do." "It's what we did." Past tense. Silence. Then, in a voice dripping with disappointment, "I don't understand what's happened to you." I stopped enabling. "Enabling what?" "The way this family works. Or doesn't work." "You're speaking in riddles." "Okay, let me be clear. I'm not hosting Thanksgiving because I'm tired of being the only one who puts in effort. I'm tired of pretending Lily doesn't notice she's less important than Emma's kids. I'm tired of doing all the work while everyone else just shows up, when they bother to show up at all. This is about the birthday party. It's about 6 years of birthday parties, and recitals, and plays, and every other event you couldn't be bothered to attend. We've been busy. You threw a $3,000 party for Mia 1 week after telling me you were too broke to come to Lily's." The silence on the other end was deafening. "That's different." "How?" "Emma needed help. She's been struggling. And I haven't? You and Mark are doing fine. You have good jobs, a nice house. So because we work hard, Lily doesn't deserve her grandparents?" "That's not what I said." "But it's what you do. You show up for Emma's kids and forget mine. You fund elaborate parties for Mia, and give Lily clearance gift cards. You make excuses every time Lily needs you and show up every time Emma does." "You're exaggerating." "I made a spreadsheet, Mom. I have the data. 7 years. Every event. Every gift. Every time you chose them over us. Want me to email it to you?" Another long silence. Then quietly, "Why are you doing this?" "Because Lily asked me why you don't like her as much as her cousins. And I didn't have a good answer. Because the real answer is that you don't." "That's not true." "Then prove it. Show up for her the way you show up for them. Treat her birthday like it matters. Remember her recitals. Put in half the effort you put into Mia and James. We love all our grandchildren equally. Love isn't just a word, Mom. It's action. And your actions show exactly who you value." I could hear her breathing on the other end, preparing her defense. "Natasha, I think you're being incredibly unfair. We've done our best. Your best for Emma's kids is a $3,000 party. Your best for Lily is a text saying things are tight. Those aren't the same thing. I'm not going to be attacked like this." I'm not attacking you. I'm setting a boundary. I'm not hosting Thanksgiving. I'm not pretending anymore. And if you want a relationship with Lily going forward, it needs to be a real one, where you actually show up. You're giving me an ultimatum? I'm giving you a choice. Same choice I should have given you years ago. Natasha. I have to go, Mom. Lily has piano practice. We're not done. Yeah, we are. I hung up, stared at my phone, waited for the guilt to hit. It didn't come. That afternoon Emma called. I answered on speaker while cooking dinner. What the hell, Natasha? Hello to you too. Mama's losing her mind. She's crying. Dad's furious. What did you say to them? I told them the truth. What truth? That you're jealous of my kids. I stopped chopping vegetables. Excuse me. Mom said you accused her of favoritism. That you're upset because she helped us with Mia's party. You've always been jealous that my kids get more attention. Emma. My voice was ice. Do you know how many of Lily's birthdays you've attended? I've been busy. 1. In 7 years. 1. You've been to all of Mia's. All of James's. 1 of Lily's. My kids are younger. They need me more. Lily needed you too. She's your niece. And I've had a lot going on. When was Lily's last birthday? Silence. When, Emma? I don't recently. 3 weeks ago. You didn't respond to the invitation. Didn't send a card. Didn't text her. Mom and Dad didn't show up because things were tight. Then 1 week later, Mom dropped $3,000 on Mia's party, which you posted all over Instagram. That's different. How? Because Mia really wanted a princess party, and Mom offered to help. And Lily really wanted her grandparents at her birthday. But that didn't matter, did it? You're twisting everything. I'm stating facts. You want to know what's really happening? Lily drew a picture at school of our family. She put Mom and Dad in the corner. Separated. Because she doesn't consider them part of her real family. Because they've proven they're not. Emma's voice hardened. So your solution is to blow up Thanksgiving? My solution is to stop pretending this is normal. Stop forcing Lily to participate in a family that treats her like an afterthought. She's not an afterthought. Then when was her last recital? Her last school play? What grade is she in? What's her teacher's name? What's her favorite subject? Silence. You don't know. You've never asked. Because you don't actually care, Emma. You care when it's convenient. When it doesn't conflict with your kids' schedules. Lily is convenient for you exactly never. That's not fair. What's not fair is a 7-year-old thinking she's not good enough for her own family. What's not fair is me making excuses for you and Mom and Dad while my daughter develops an inferiority complex. Oh my God, you're being so dramatic. Am I? Your daughter got a $3,000 party. Mine got forgotten. That's not drama. That's data. So what? You're just cutting us all off. I'm protecting my daughter. If you want to be part of her life, you need to actually be part of her life. Not just show up when it's easy. Not just when it doesn't conflict with Mia and James. Actually show up. I can't believe you're making this about the kids. It's always been about the kids, Emma. Specifically, how yours are treated like royalty and mine is treated like an option. You know what? Fine. Don't host Thanksgiving. See if I care. We'll have a better time without your attitude anyway. She hung up. I set my phone down, went back to cooking dinner, and realized I felt nothing. No guilt. No shame. No desperate need to fix it. Just relief. Mark came home an hour later. How was your day? I think I just got uninvited from Thanksgiving. He paused. How do you feel about that? Honestly? Free. He smiled. Good. Because Jennifer texted me. She's organizing the Friendsgiving and wants to know if we can bring a dessert. Her whole family is excited to meet us. Her whole family? Apparently she has a sister with kids Lily's age. And her parents who, quote, actually like spending time with grandchildren. Something in my chest loosened. Tell her we'll bring pie. Already did. That night, I tucked Lily into bed. Mommy, Sophie invited me to her Thanksgiving. I know, baby. We're going. Really? Her eyes lit up. What about Grandma's house? We're not going to Grandma's this year. Because they didn't come to my birthday? Because we're choosing to spend time with people who choose us back. She thought about that. Like Sophie. Like Sophie. And Sophie's grandma? Jennifer said her grandma makes really good cookies. Maybe we'll meet her. Lily smiled. I like Sophie's family. Me too, baby. She rolled over, content. And I realized, my daughter wasn't mourning my family. She was excited about the new one we were building. Maybe that's what healing looked like. The week before Thanksgiving, I did something I'd been avoiding. I went through my mother's Facebook. Not recent posts, I'd seen enough of those. I went back, years back, to when Lily was born. I needed to know if I'd imagined it, if the favoritism was real, or if I was being oversensitive, dramatic, all the things they'd called me. The algorithm made it easy. Facebook's Memories feature. I scrolled through 7 years of digital history. November 2018, Lily is born. My mother's post. Welcome to the world, Lily Marie. Another grandchild to love. 73 likes. Generic congratulations in the comments. I searched for Mia's birth announcement, 6 months earlier. My mother's post. Our first granddaughter has arrived. Mia Grace, you are already the light of our lives. Grandma and Grandpa can't wait to spoil you rotten. Crown 2 hearts ribbon. 300 likes. Comments flooded with excitement. My mother responded to every single one. The difference was immediate. Visceral. I kept scrolling. December 2018. Lily's first Christmas. My mother posted a photo of the whole family. Lily was in my arms, barely visible. The caption. Family Christmas. So blessed. That same year, she'd posted 6 photos of Mia's first Christmas. Individual shots. Close-ups. Captions like, Our princess's first Christmas. She's already spoiled and we're not sorry. Christmas tree crown. August 2019. Lily's first birthday. No post from my mother. Not one photo. Not one mention. Mia's first birthday 6 months earlier. A full album. 43 photos. Caption. Our girl is one. This year has been the greatest adventure. We love you more than words, Mia Grace. The pattern continued. Every year. Every milestone. Lily got generic mentions if she got mentioned at all. Mia and James got celebrations, countdowns, dedicated posts. But it was the comments that destroyed me. On a post about Mia's 3rd birthday party. Family friend. You're such devoted grandparents. My mother's reply. We'd do anything for our babies. They're our whole world. 2 hearts. Our babies. Our whole world. Not our grandchildren. Not even Emma's kids. Possessive. Exclusive. Like they were hers. Lily had never been described that way. I found something else. A post from 2 years ago. A local newspaper feature on grandparents who go above and beyond. Someone had tagged my mother. I clicked through. There she was. Interviewed. Beaming. The article talked about her dedication to her grandchildren. How she babysat multiple times a week. How she attended every event. How she'd helped fund educational opportunities and special experiences. Being a grandparent is the greatest joy of my life, she was quoted. I'd do anything for my grandkids. The photo showed her with Mia and James. Lily wasn't mentioned once. Not in the article. Not in the photo. Not in the paragraph about how many grandchildren she had. The reporter had asked. I could see the question in the text. How many grandchildren do you have? My mother's response. 2 beautiful grandchildren who light up my life every single day. 2. She'd erased Lily completely. Not in private. In a newspaper. For the whole community to see. I sat there, staring at that article. And something inside me shattered. Not my resolve. Something else. The last thread of hope that maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was overreacting. Maybe they did love Lily, just differently. No. They'd literally erased her from public record. I screenshot everything. The posts. The article. The comments. Created a folder titled Evidence. Because that's what it was. Evidence of a campaign. A systematic exclusion. A favoritism so blatant it was documented in digital permanence. Then I found one more thing. A private message thread my mother had with Emma. I'd been added to it years ago for family planning, but never used it. I scrolled back. Found a conversation from 6 months ago. Emma, Mom, can you watch the kids Saturday? I need a break. Mom, of course, honey. Bring them over anytime. You know I love having them. Emma, you're a lifesaver. Oh wait. Isn't that the day of Lily's piano thing? Mom, is it? Well, Natasha will understand. She knows you need help more than she does. Emma, LOL, true. She's got it all together. Mom, exactly. That's why we don't worry about her. She doesn't need us fussing over her. I read it 3 times. She doesn't need us. Translation. She's competent, so we don't have to try. Translation. Her success excuses are neglect. Translation. Lily pays the price for my ability to survive without them. I kept scrolling. Found another exchange. This one from a year ago. Mom, Emma, I'm thinking of getting Mia that American Girl doll she wanted for Christmas. The expensive one. Emma, Mom, that's like $200. Mom, she deserves it. She's such a sweet girl. Emma, what about Lily? Natasha will notice if Mia gets something that expensive and Lily doesn't. Mom, Natasha's practical. She'll understand we have to be careful with money. Besides, Lily doesn't care about dolls as much as Mia does. Lily had asked for that exact doll. I told her we couldn't afford it. She'd understood. She'd gotten a $25 gift card from my parents that Christmas, while Mia got the $200 doll Lily had wanted. And my mother had known, had justified it, had lied to my face about being careful with money. I closed my laptop, walked into Lily's room. She was asleep, clutching the stuffed elephant Mark and I had given her for her birthday. The one her grandparents hadn't shown up for. I watched her breathe, peaceful, innocent. And I made a promise. She would never again feel less than because of them. She would never again wait by the window for grandparents who wouldn't come. She would never again wonder why she wasn't enough. Because she was enough. She'd always been enough. They were the ones who failed. The next morning, I got a text from my father. Dad, your mother is very hurt. You need to apologize. I stared at that message. She was hurt. Not, we need to talk about our behavior. Not, we want to understand what happened. Not, how can we fix this? She was hurt. And I needed to apologize. For setting a boundary. For protecting my daughter. For refusing to be convenient anymore. I typed a response. Me, I'm sorry Mom is hurt. But Lily has been hurt for 7 years. She comes first now. His response came immediately. Dad, you're being selfish and cruel. Don't expect us at Christmas. Me. I wasn't planning to invite you. I blocked his number. Then I blocked my mother's. Then Emma's. Not forever, maybe. But for now. Because I needed space to breathe. To heal. To build a life where my daughter knew she was valued. And I couldn't do that while managing their feelings about my boundaries. That afternoon, Jennifer called. Hey. Just finalizing Friendsgiving plans. Are you still coming? Absolutely. Great. Oh, and my mom heard Lily plays piano. She has a piano at her house and wondered if Lily might want to play something for us after dinner? No pressure. Only if she wants to. My throat tightened. She'd love that. Perfect. My mom's excited to meet her. She was a piano teacher for 30 years. She loves encouraging young musicians. After we hung up, I went to find Lily. Baby, how would you feel about playing piano for some new friends at Thanksgiving? Her eyes went wide. Really? They want to hear me. They asked specifically. But what if I mess up? Then you mess up. They'll still think you're amazing. She bit her lip. Grandma never wanted to hear me play. The casual way she said it. Like it was a fact of life. Not even sad, just true. Well, Jennifer's mom does. She used to be a piano teacher. She's excited to meet you. Lily's face transformed. She is. She is. Can I play the song I've been practicing? The hard one. Whatever you want, baby. She threw her arms around me. This is going to be the best Thanksgiving ever. And watching her excitement, Pure, unguarded, hopeful. I realized something. She wasn't mourning what she'd lost. She was celebrating what she'd found. Maybe that's what I needed to do too. Friendsgiving was 3 days away when I got an unexpected message. Not from my family. From someone I barely knew. Rachel, Emma's ex-sister-in-law. Hi Natasha. We've never really talked, but I heard what happened. Can I call you? Rachel had been married to Emma's first husband. The marriage that ended badly, the divorce Emma never talked about. I'd met her twice at family events before she disappeared from our lives. I hesitated. Then typed sure. She called within seconds. Natasha? Thank you for answering. I know this is random. It's okay. What's going on? I heard you cut off your parents. And Emma. Word traveled fast, apparently. I set boundaries. They're calling it cutting them off. Good. Her voice was firm. They needed boundaries years ago. I sat down. I'm listening. When I was married to Emma's ex, I saw how your family operated. How they treated you versus Emma. It was blatant. I mentioned it once to my ex-husband, and he told me to stay out of it. Said that's just how families work. It's not though. No. It's not. She took a breath. After my divorce, your mother told everyone I was unstable. Dramatic. That I'd tried to turn the family against Emma. None of it was true. I just asked why they always sided with Emma in every conflict. What happened? I got pushed out. Slowly. Invitations stopped coming. Calls went unreturned. And when I tried to see my nieces and nephews, Emma's kids from that marriage, I was told I was being difficult. My chest tightened. I'm sorry. Don't be. I'm calling because I want you to know you're not crazy. You're not overreacting. And you're not alone. Your family has a pattern of pushing out anyone who doesn't play their game. Did you ever fight back? I tried. I showed up to events anyway. Sent gifts. Tried to maintain relationships. It didn't matter. They decided I was the problem, so I became the problem. She paused. But you have something I didn't. What? Proof. Documentation. And a daughter who's young enough that you can protect her now, before the damage is permanent. You think I'm doing the right thing? I know you are. And if you need someone to testify to their pattern, in court, to family, whatever, I will. I kept records too. They did to me what they're doing to you. And to Lily. After we hung up, I sat there in stunned silence. This wasn't just about me. This was a pattern. A system. Anyone who challenged the family hierarchy got labeled difficult, dramatic, unstable. And then erased. I wasn't the first. I probably wouldn't be the last. But maybe I could be the one who actually broke the cycle. The next call came from someone even more unexpected. My father's sister. Aunt Karen. The one who'd been difficult, and stopped coming to family events years ago. I almost didn't answer. But something made me pick up. Natasha? It's Karen. Don't hang up. I'm listening. Your dad called me. Crying. Said you'd turned cruel. Abandoned the family. Refused to apologize. My stomach dropped. And you believe him? Hell no. I called to tell you I'm proud of you. What? I got pushed out of that family 20 years ago for the same thing you're doing now. I asked why they treated your dad like gold and me like garbage. I pointed out the favoritism. I set boundaries. And they made me the villain. I didn't know that. Of course you didn't. They erased me from the narrative. Just like they're trying to erase you now. Her voice hardened. Don't let them. Don't apologize. Don't back down. You're protecting your daughter. That's what good mothers do. It's hard. Everyone's acting like I'm the problem. Because you are the problem, to them. You're not playing your role anymore. You're not absorbing their dysfunction, and calling it love. That's terrifying to people who've built their entire identity on you staying small. What if I lose them forever? Then you lose people who were hurting you. That's not a loss, honey. That's freedom. Aunt Karen sent me something after we hung up. A journal. Scanned pages. Her own documentation from 20 years ago. Entries about family events she wasn't invited to. Photos where she'd been cropped out. Conversations where my grandmother, her own mother, had said she was too sensitive and making trouble. The parallels were eerie. The same language. The same tactics. The same system. I forwarded it to Rachel. Then I created a new folder. Pattern of exclusion. Inside, Rachel's testimony. Karen's journal. My own documentation. The Facebook posts. The newspaper article. Not because I planned to sue anyone, but because I needed to see it. Needed proof that I wasn't imagining this. That this was real, documented, systematic. That night, Mark found me at the kitchen table, surrounded by printouts. What's all this? Evidence that I'm not crazy. He sat down. Started reading. His face grew darker with each page. Jesus, Tasha. I know. How did I not see this? Because I hid it. I made excuses. I smoothed it over. I told you they were busy, that scheduling was hard, that we were fine. You were protecting them. I was protecting myself from having to admit that my parents don't actually prioritize us. He put his hand over mine. What do you need? I need to know I'm doing the right thing. That I'm not destroying Lily's chance at having grandparents over my own hurt feelings. Tasha, look at this. He held up the newspaper article. They literally erased her. In print. For everyone to see. What kind of grandparents do that? The kind who don't see her as worth mentioning. Exactly. So you're not taking anything from Lily. They already took themselves out of her life. You're just making it official. I let that sink in. What if she asks about them when she's older? What if she blames me? Then you show her this. He gestured to the evidence. And you tell her the truth. You protected her from people who would have spent her whole childhood making her feel less than. That's not cruelty. That's love. 2 days before Thanksgiving, I got a letter in the mail. Handwritten. From my mother. I almost threw it away unopened. But I didn't. Natasha. I don't understand what I did to deserve this treatment. I've been a good mother. A good grandmother. I've tried my best with all my grandchildren. You're holding one missed birthday against me, and it's not fair. Emma's children have more needs. They require more attention. That doesn't mean I love Lily less. I'm hurt that you won't even talk to me. That you blocked my number like I'm a stranger. After everything I've done for you. I hope you'll reconsider this anger before you lose your family forever. Some things once broken can't be fixed. Mom. I read it twice. Then I pulled out a pen and wrote a response I'd never send. Mom. You didn't miss one birthday. You missed 6 years of making my daughter feel seen. You didn't forget one event. You chose other grandchildren over mine, repeatedly, systematically. You didn't treat them equally. You documented it yourself. In photos, in posts, in a newspaper article where you erased Lily completely. You're not hurt because you lost me. You're hurt because you lost your emotional support system. The daughter who hosted holidays made excuses, absorbed your dysfunction, and never asked for anything in return. I'm not angry. I'm done. And the family I'm building for Lily, one where she's celebrated, not tolerated, is worth more than the one you're offering. Natasha. I folded it, put it in a drawer, and let it go. Thanksgiving morning arrived cold and clear. I woke up at 6 a.m., not from stress but from excitement. We were baking pies to bring to Friendsgiving. Lily wanted to help. She bounced into the kitchen in her pajamas. Is it time? Can we make the pies? Let's do it. We spent 2 hours baking. Flour everywhere. Lily's laughter filling the kitchen. Mark made pancakes while we worked. It felt light. Easy. The way holidays were supposed to feel. At 9 a.m. my phone rang. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer. But something made me pick up. Natasha. A woman's voice. Familiar but uncertain. Yes. It's Jennifer's mom. Diane. From Friendsgiving. Oh. Hi Diane. Is everything okay? Everything's fine. But I just got a strange phone call. From someone claiming to be your mother. My blood went cold. What? She said she was your mother and that she needed to speak with me about Thanksgiving. She said there'd been a family misunderstanding. And asked if I knew where you were planning to take Lily today. What did you tell her? Nothing. I said I didn't know what she was talking about and hung up. But Natasha, she called 3 more times. I finally blocked the number. My hands started shaking. I'm so sorry. I don't know how she got your number. It's not your fault. But I wanted you to know. She also said something about Lily being kept from family, and that I should be careful about getting involved in family disputes. Oh my God. I've been a social worker for 30 years. I know manipulation when I hear it. But I wanted to warn you. She seemed pretty desperate. After we hung up, I just stood there. My mother had tracked down Jennifer, had called her repeatedly, had tried to paint me as the villain, had tried to sabotage the one safe space I'd built for Lily. Mark saw my face. What happened? I told him. His jaw clenched. She's escalating. I didn't think she'd. God, Mark. What if she shows up there? Then we leave. Or we call the police. But we're not letting her ruin this for Lily. I nodded. But something inside me cracked. Not my resolve. Something else. The last piece of hope that maybe, if I just explained it right, if I just gave them more time, they'd understand. They weren't trying to understand. They were trying to win. We got ready for Friendsgiving. Lily wore her favorite dress, the one with pockets. Kept spinning to watch it twirl. Do I look okay, Mommy? You look perfect. What if Diane's family doesn't like me? They're going to love you. Just be yourself. What if I mess up the piano song? Then you mess up. And it'll still be beautiful. She took a deep breath. Okay. I'm ready. We loaded the pies into the car. Started the drive to Jennifer's house. Halfway there, my phone rang again. Emma. I declined it. She called back immediately. I declined again. A text came through. Emma, answer your phone. Now. Then another. Emma, Mom is having a breakdown. She's talking about driving to wherever you're going. You need to fix this. And another. Emma, this is your fault. You and your drama. She wouldn't be like this if you just acted like an adult. I turned off my phone. Who was that? Lily asked from the back seat. Nobody important, baby. We arrived at Jennifer's house at noon. It was warm, welcoming. A 2-story colonial with a wraparound porch. Fall decorations everywhere. The smell of turkey and pie wafting out the open door. Jennifer greeted us with hugs. You made it. Come in, come in. Her home was full of people. Her sister and brother-in-law. Their kids, 3 of them around Lily's age. Diane, the mother who'd called me. Jennifer's father, quiet and kind. And they welcomed us like we'd always belonged. Lily. Sophie ran up. Come see my room. I got new books. Lily looked at me for permission. Go ahead, baby. She ran off with Sophie giggling. Diane approached me with a warm smile. I'm so glad you came. And don't worry about earlier. I've dealt with much worse. I'm sorry she contacted you. Stop. You're not responsible for other people's behavior. Only your own. She squeezed my arm. Now Jennifer tells me you make an amazing pie. Let's get that in the kitchen. The afternoon was perfect. We ate. We laughed. The kids played. Nobody kept score of who brought what or who helped clean up. It just flowed. After dinner, Diane asked Lily about piano. Would you like to play something for us? Only if you want to. Lily's eyes lit up. Really? I'd love to hear you. Lily sat at the piano, a beautiful upright in the living room, positioned her hands, took a breath, and played. The piece she'd been practicing for months. The one my parents had never heard. She made 2 mistakes, recovered beautifully from both. When she finished, the room erupted in applause. Diane had tears in her eyes. Lily, that was wonderful. You have real talent. Really? Really? Have you thought about taking more advanced lessons? We can't afford. I started. I teach on Saturday mornings. I'd love to work with you. No charge. You're too talented not to nurture. Lily looked at me, eyes wide. Mommy, can I? I couldn't speak. Just nodded. Lily threw her arms around Diane. Thank you. Thank you. I watched my daughter, seen, celebrated, valued, and something in my chest broke open. Not with pain. With relief. We were loading leftover pie into the car at 7 p.m. when my phone, which I'd turned back on, exploded with notifications. 17 missed calls. 34 texts. All from family members I'd blocked and who were apparently using other people's phones. The messages escalated from pleading to angry to threatening. Emma, from unknown number, you're a selfish bitch. Mom is in the hospital. Because of you. My heart stopped. I called the number back. Emma answered. Oh, now you answer. What happened? Mom had a panic attack. Dad had to call an ambulance. The EMT said it was stress-induced. She kept saying your name. Is she okay? She will be. No thanks to you. Emma. Do you know what today was like? Trying to throw together Thanksgiving last minute. Because you decided to blow up the family? Watching Mom have a breakdown because her own daughter won't speak to her. I set a boundary. You broke her heart. Over a birthday party. Over perceived slights. Because you're so wrapped up in your victim complex that you can't see how much you're hurting people. Something inside me stilled. Is she hospitalized? She's home now. The doctor said to avoid stress. Tell her I hope she feels better. That's it? That's all you have to say. What do you want me to say, Emma? That you're sorry. That you'll fix this. I can't fix something I didn't break. I set boundaries. She had a panic attack. Those aren't the same thing. You're really going to blame her for having a medical emergency? I'm not blaming her for anything. But I'm also not responsible for managing her emotions about my boundaries. Jesus, Natasha. Listen to yourself. You sound like a therapist, not a daughter. Maybe that's what I needed to become. You're unbelievable. Emma, I love Mom. But I love my daughter more. And I can't keep sacrificing Lily's well-being to protect Mom's feelings. So that's it? You're just done. Unless something changes, yes. What needs to change? Mom needs to treat Lily the way she treats your kids. Show up. Remember her. Value her. Not occasionally. Consistently. That's not fair. It's the bare minimum. Emma was quiet for a moment. Then, you've changed. No. I just stopped pretending. She hung up. I stood there in Jennifer's driveway, phone in hand, feeling nothing. No guilt. No panic. No desperate need to fix it. Just certainty. I'd made the right choice. The hospital visit demand came 2 days later. Dad, from unknown number, your mother wants to see you. She's asking for you. You owe her that much. I didn't respond immediately. Showed Mark the text. Do you want to go? He asked. I don't know. Part of me feels guilty. But part of me knows this is manipulation. What does your gut say? That if I go, nothing will change. She'll cry. I'll comfort her. And we'll be right back where we started. Then don't go. But I did go. Not to her house. I agreed to meet her at a neutral location, a coffee shop. She arrived looking fragile. Thinner. Older. The performance was immediate. Natasha. Her voice broke. I've been so worried. I sat across from her. Calm. Centered. Mom. I'm here. What did you want to say? I want my daughter back. I want my family back. What family? The one where Lily doesn't matter? Where my competence disqualifies me from support? Where you erase my daughter from a newspaper? She flinched. I didn't mean. You said you had 2 grandchildren. 2. Lily didn't exist. I was talking about Emma's kids in that moment. For 6 years you've been talking about Emma's kids in that moment. Every moment. Every birthday. Every event. I made mistakes. You made choices. Consistent, documented choices. She tried tears. I had a panic attack because of this. And I'm sorry you experienced that. But I can't set myself on fire to keep you warm anymore. What do you want from me? Show up for Lily. Really show up. Like you do for Mia and James. Or don't. But I'm done pretending it doesn't matter. You're giving me an ultimatum. I'm giving you a choice. She stood. Then I guess we're done. I guess we are. She left. I sat there, coffee untouched. And for the first time in my life, I didn't chase after her. 6 months passed in peace. No calls. No texts. No surprise visits. Just silence. And in that silence, something beautiful grew. Lily thrived. Piano lessons with Diane every Saturday. Playdates with Sophie. Birthday parties where everyone showed up. She stopped asking about Grandma. Stopped checking the driveway for cars that wouldn't come. On her 8th birthday, she had 12 friends, Jennifer's whole family and Aunt Karen, who'd driven 6 hours to be there. Make a wish, baby, I said as she leaned over her cake. She closed her eyes. Blew out the candles. Later, I asked what she'd wished for. Nothing, she said, smiling. I already have everything I need. The Christmas card arrived in December. From my mother. A generic card. Wishing you peace this season. No apology. No acknowledgement. Just reaching out. I put it in a drawer. Didn't respond. Mark asked if I felt guilty. No. I feel free. In February, Emma called from her own number. Natasha? Don't hang up. I almost did. But I waited. I've been thinking about what you said. About the favoritism. I talked to a therapist. Okay. And you were right. I saw it too. I just benefited from it. So I ignored it. Why are you telling me this? Because I want Lily in my kids' lives. And I want to do better. If you'll let me. I thought about it. One chance. You miss one birthday, one event, one promise to her. We're done. I understand. And Emma? Actions. Not words. I know. She showed up to Lily's spring recital. Front row. With flowers. Lily was shocked. Aunt Emma came? She did. Does this mean Grandma will come too? I don't know, baby. Maybe not. That's okay, Lily said, surprising me. I have lots of people now. She was right. We had Jennifer's family. Diane and her husband. Aunt Karen. Emma, tentatively rebuilding trust. A chosen family. Built on presence, not obligation. My mother never apologized. Never showed up. And eventually I stopped waiting. Because the greatest gift I gave my daughter wasn't fighting for grandparents who didn't value her. It was building a family who did. Thanks for watching till the end. Do well to subscribe, comment, and like so you'll be notified on all our mind-blowing episodes.